Yo, what's up everyone? My name is Andrew Warren, and in today's video, we have another transparency update. So, as always, that's us breaking down the portfolio, whether it's gains or losses. I like to keep that transparency there, and then just update you all with how my portfolio is performing. And with that, I'll also be discussing a recent stock purchase in which I bought more Tesla stock. So as you can see, my position has increased since yesterday, and I actually put a decent amount of money into it. So I am still buying Tesla, even at $2,000 right now. And I like to keep my word on things, where like in the past I've said that I think Tesla is worth $1,800, and even now I think it's worth $2,000 if you're looking at the long-term perspective. So with that, I kind of like to back up my word and buy in on Tesla when I do have the funds. And most of the time, whether I'm buying stocks or if I'm not buying stocks, that usually just depends on, do I have money available? Because most times I'll just dollar cost average, or if I think there will be a time coming up soon, if I think there's going to be a pullback, then I may put a little bit in and then hold off a little bit with some extra cash. So we're going to be discussing a few different things today, and as always, if y'all do enjoy these videos and appreciate the transparency, please make sure to smash that like button. But let's go ahead and start this off with a free stock opening. So thank you very much, Christian, if you're watching. Congrats on starting investing. It's clear you've created a Robinhood account. That's probably single-handedly one of the best decisions I've ever made in my life, which is beginning investing. So let's go ahead and open this free stock and see if we get anything good. Honestly, I don't really mind, because either way it's going to be a free stock. Let's see what we get. 390. Okay. All right. Not too bad. You know, that's pretty nice. So thank you, Christine, if you're watching. I appreciate you using my referral link. And also, as always, if you all want to begin investing, you can use my referral link as well, and you'll get a free stock just like I did just then. And it also helps support the channel. But getting into the interesting stuff for today, as you all can see, I'm at a portfolio value of $134,476.11. For today alone in the normal market hours, I'm up 4.36% or plus $5,615.61. And then in the after hours, I'm at plus 0.17% or plus $234.97. So it's been a really great day so far. The normal market hours, we got some really good gains. Even in the after hours, we're a little bit into the green as well at almost like 0.20%. So that's really nice as well. And I'm really wondering if we're going to have another green day for Tesla tomorrow. And speaking of Tesla, let's go ahead and check out this recent purchase that I made. So as the title of this video will say, I did spend more money on Tesla stock, and I'll go ahead and show you those purchases and break them down. So as you can see from the portfolio diversity, this takes up 54.09% of my portfolio. So I'm definitely not joking around with this position. This is a majority position in my portfolio. So certainly a big deal. And let's just go ahead and check out the receipts for my purchases today. So on August 14th, that was before I made these purchases today, I just had a slight bit of money in my account. At every chance I could, I was just throwing some spare cash in. Anytime I got some extra, I sold some free stock. So I was putting in fractional shares until then. And then today, 4 hours ago at 1:09 p.m., I bought one full share at a price of $1,991.82. And if we look at the current share price, I've already made money. So I'm pretty happy with this. I've already made like 16 bucks on that one share alone. So already happy with that. And even if it does pull back in the future, I'm not going to be worrying at all because I'm in it for the long term. Short term doesn't really matter to me. Long term is what I need to pay attention to. And I think that's what a lot of other investors are looking at as well when they buy Tesla at this current price. So like I said, I bought a full share at that price tag. And then I also bought some fractional shares. So almost a full share with this one. It would have been a full share just a few days ago at $15.87. So I dropped $1,587 on a fractional share, which is 0.79 shares, almost 0.8 shares. And that was when the share price was at $1,992.84. And I purchased that at 110. So just 1 minute later after that. So I wanted to make sure I bought a full share, and then I used the rest of the money that I had to spend on a fractional share. So I've spent about $3,600 on shares alone today for Tesla. So this is actually a pretty big purchase for me. And keep in mind, after the split happens, you can buy many shares with what I spent today on. So $3,600 would be a lot more shares than 1.5 after this split. That's going to be a big deal later on. And keep that in mind. I think people are going to find value in being able to own a full share for a much cheaper price after the split occurs. So I think that's definitely a big deal. And just from my justification as to why I purchased this, nothing has fundamentally changed about this stock for me, except the fact that I'm still as bullish as ever on Tesla. And yes, the stock split has driven up the hype a little bit for this stock recently, but as I said, I'm in it for the long term, and even if there is a pullback sometime over this next few days or over the next few months, nothing is going to change for me regarding Tesla because I am in it for the long term. And the reason I find value in this company, for one thing, they have some of the biggest advantages in the automotive business, especially the EV business right now, with the software, the full self-driving technology. Right now, they're on track to be the #1 full self-driving car company in the world as we go further on into the future when that technology starts to develop a little bit more and it actually turns into pretty much to where people can just get the cars to drive for them and they don't really have to drive. And as we know, with AI training and things like that, it's only a matter until this happens. And we're not only seeing the transition from gas engine vehicles to electric vehicles, but we're also seeing a transition from manual driving to automated driving. So of course there's always going to be people that would just rather personally drive themselves. I think that won't really change. There will always be some people, like a group of people, that just enjoy driving themselves. But I think there's also this big transition happening where if people get to where they don't have to drive and they don't have to, use all of this energy and pay so much attention to driving, then I think those people would prefer having FSD do it all for you. So I'm kind of in that boat as well. If I can get the car to drive for me safely, I would honestly prefer that, because driving is one of those things where, for me personally, it makes me a little bit nervous, and I'm fairly confident in my driving skills, but I'm like an anxious person in general. So if I could have a car be more efficient and more effective at driving than I am, then honestly, I would be all for that. It just takes out the stress for me. So as we know, this transition to full self-driving is occurring, this transition to electric vehicles is occurring, and Tesla is at the forefront of all of this right now. They have some of the highest sales numbers out of any other electric vehicles in the world right now in many different locations. For example, California, the UK, I think as well, and then also in China, the Model 3 is huge. Then we have Tesla being vertically integrated, not only with their batteries, but their insurance services as well. Now they're starting to offer wrap services in China, and that will probably translate over to the US as well. And at this point, we're still just talking about cars. And like I said, there's advantages in software, there's digital services just within the Tesla vehicle on the screen. You can buy digital upgrades, you can buy digital content, and expanding on to other sectors of Tesla, you have solar panels. Right now, they still sell emissions credit to other car companies, so they make a lot of money off of that as well. And they're also developing large-scale battery packs for various projects across the world. And eventually we may see them selling their own batteries and distributing them to other automakers. So right now what we're seeing in just the automotive business alone is Tesla taking over a lot of these legacy automakers that just haven't really paid a lot of attention to this transition happening over these past few years. And Tesla started out as an EV company, and that's one huge advantage that they have in comparison to other ones that are either trying to do hybrids right now or in the next few years, or some that are maybe even just developing a few models of electric vehicles, but they're not fully all in. They're halfway in, and that's the problem with these legacy automakers. They didn't start from ground up as an EV automaker, therefore they're going to cling on to their gas engine vehicle models. And I think that could be their demise because, as I said, this EV transition is happening. And also, even if they wanted to go full electric vehicle, they would completely have to retool all of their factories and production lines to adjust it to electric vehicle production. And in addition to that, they'll likely have to hire more engineers and fire some people that will be no longer useful because their job was mostly focused on gas engine related cars. So as I've said, I see a lot of value in Tesla long term, not only because I see this transition happening, but I see Tesla at the forefront of this transition, and I still see a lot of other automakers that are just reluctant to transition and reluctant to change, and that's the issue. Tesla is willing to adapt to what is the most efficient and optimized thing, and as we know, as time goes on, electricity and renewable energy is going to be more beneficial in the long term. And you also have the simple fact that the performance on some of these electric vehicles are amazing compared to what you would have with like a Toyota Camry or a Honda Accord. The 0 to 60 on some of these Tesla models are absolutely crazy, and I think that the more people test drive these Tesla models, the more likely they are to purchase them. And a really good quote from Stephen Mark Ryan, one of my favorite Tesla content creators, he stated, "The more Teslas Tesla sells, the more Teslas Tesla sells." Yeah, I know that's a tongue twister, but his point there is when they sell a Tesla to somebody that is really excited about the product. Tesla is well known to be a word-of-mouth product since Tesla doesn't really spend money on marketing or anything. So when they sell a Tesla to someone and they really love the product, that person is likely to tell all of their other friends and then let them test drive their own vehicle just to see the reaction and see if they like it. Therefore, when their friends try it out and realize how much they love the car, then they are likely to go and consider buying a Tesla as well. So when you sell a Tesla to a customer that loves the product, they share it with their friends and let their friends test drive it, and their friends realize that they love it and want one themselves. So that's kind of the explanation of that quote, but I think it's an excellent quote because as time goes on and the more Teslas that Tesla sells, then people are likely to share that with their friends, and that just results in more sales happening for Tesla. So you have like this snowball effect of sales and pretty much free marketing and advertisements that don't have to be paid for because it's all word of mouth and people love the product so much. And that's what happens when you put a lot of time and money into creating a great product. So anyways, that's my justification for this purchase for Tesla. I will likely be purchasing some more this month as well, so just a heads up. And just addressing the numbers for today, we are at plus 6.57% or plus $4,489.39. And then for the total return, we are at plus 121.83% or plus $39,980.46. So another fantastic day for Tesla. We're currently at 122% almost. So I'm just really happy with the performance of this stock so far. And then moving on to the next one, we have Microsoft. This one actually went up a significant amount today, which was nice to see. It's around that $214, $215 price tag. So that's much nicer to see compared to where it's been at like $203, $202. So we got a plus 2.19% gain. That's plus $895.05. And then for the total return, we are at plus 25.03%. or plus $8,365.83. And then finally, we have Apple stock at plus 2.55% or plus $494.76. And for the total return, we are at plus 65.97%. or plus $7,923.54. Keep in mind, this is an all-time high for Apple stock. This is an all-time high for the share price. So the stock split announcement has really skyrocketed this one, and the earnings report, of course, they beat expectations, so that plays a role as well. But it's really nice to see two stocks today in my portfolio hitting all-time highs. That makes me feel really good about my choices. So anyways, I hope you all enjoyed this video. I just wanted to share it with you all. And if you enjoyed it, please make sure to smash that like button. And also, feel free to sign up to Robinhood and Webull in the description below. If you sign up with my referral link, then you'll get some free stocks. And especially with Webull right now, if you deposit $100 and use my link, you'll get an additional free stock. So that's 2 free stocks for Webull. And you can withdraw that $100 right back out. So it's pretty much just passive income if you take the time to do it. But I hope you all enjoyed this video, and I hope you have a fantastic rest of your week.